What is up? How about we talk a little World of Warcraft Classic? So level 60 has been achieved, not by me, but by others. The raid bosses are dead. We await Phase 2 for the next content drop to come. And already people are asking, when's the next expansion coming out? Yeah, we're a week in. We are basically a week into Classic. And because all the hype, the drama is dying down, all of the excitement from watching the streams, people have already reached 60. We're already getting the next set of what's next. When are we getting this? When are we getting that? Oh, when are we getting the Burning Crusades? That's going to be amazing to relive the Burning Crusades. And it's a shame because a lot of people who are just trying to get into this, trying to get their heads around it, who aren't speed leveling, already it feels like the game has passed them by. That, okay, you know, as Jay-Z would say, we're on to the next one. We're done, let's drop it, let's move on. And that's a real sad thing because it's what affects retail WoW. And really it affects any game at the moment that's sort of multiplayer. And that is, you must get to max level as high as you can get, and you must get there as fast as you possibly can. That is the mindset. You must literally blitz all content as fast as you possibly can, using whatever tricks you can get. And I mean entirely legal ones like heirlooms and things like that. Just blitzing it as fast as you can to getting to max level. You know, getting your neck up to max level, getting your plus 15s and your plus 20s done. And there's no just breathe, sit back and just enjoy the game. Just enjoy. That mindset has gone. Now I understand in retail WoW currently, there isn't really a lot to enjoy in terms of a risk-reward progression. And don't worry, I'm not going down that road again. I've talked about that in so many videos in the past. But there's no... So for instance, if I decide I'm going to take all the heirlooms off and I'm going to level and quest in WoW, it is not a exciting experience. There is no heroic progression to my character. I don't feel that I gain any strength. So what I mean by that is, literally my character can be in the zone. So I'm in the Barrens. I'm questing on an Orc Mage. And it's current WoW, so I'm killing everything in 1 or 2 hits. But I reach what would have been, say, the top end tier for that level. And mobs around me just slowly level up around, as I go. I reach level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and the mobs just start raising around me. So I never reach a point where I feel like, oh wow, I actually feel like this new gear I've put on, the spells I've gained, I'm becoming more powerful. And, you know, I have now, as a hero, I'm ready to step out from this zone and go into the next zone. Now, granted, at the very base levels that does happen because they're capped, but once you get into the zones that go all the way up to 60, you never get that. You can carry on questing it, and I've got no problem with that issue, or with that style, that you can complete an entire zone without having to worry, oh damn, I've reached the top, I've had to stop, and that's what's... No, don't even go there, Grim. And so therefore, you feel that you have to leave without finishing the zone. So I get that, and that's, you know, that's a fine system. But it doesn't leave you with that hero's journey of you becoming a more powerful hero. You started out as this little peon, you've just come of age, and you got your crappy axe in your hand, or, you know, staff, whatever your class may be, and you're going out into the world your first couple of steps. Classic feels like that. You feel like this weak little soldier to begin with, this orc that has come of age, and you set foot on this first journey. But that takes a lot of time in Classic. It takes time for you to play through those zones, to enjoy it. And especially nowadays, I understand we don't have that time anymore. Back in the day, you used to be able to sit there, smash out WoW all day, every day. And a lot of people now don't have that opportunity. The average age of a WoW player is a lot older now. We have, you know, jobs, responsibilities, families, mortgages. Things like that require our attention. So you can't necessarily spend all your time grinding out a character. Now that's not a problem because you can just dip into this. You get a couple of friends together, hey, you fancy jumping on WoW tonight? And just immerse yourself in that world, even for an hour. But it means you're going to level a lot slower. And this is already an experience that is incredibly slow. But yet you're sat there and you're watching, boom, world first, level 60, boom, world first Ragnaros, world first Elixir. All the content's done, and then all of a sudden you're going to get people going, okay, and now we're off to do what the next thing is until the next phase drops, and we get to churn the hype train up, or the next bit of TBC. Now we want TBC. Why can't we get TBC? Because the next bit of drama we're going to get, without shadow of a doubt, is TBC. Think about it. They're not going to update Classic to replace TBC. What Classic will probably be is another set of servers that represent Classic, and then you'll probably get a Wrath, and it'll only, I imagine, ever go up to Wrath. Reason being is because, if I remember correctly, the private servers only go up to 335A. I might be wrong. I know there are some that go further than that, but that was the last stable build for private servers, I think. Kind of a long time ago that I even looked into any of that. So, but I think that's the last stable build. Then Blizzard changed a lot of stuff. Obviously, Cataclysm was a change to the new system, which is not particularly favoured by the private server realms. They prefer the old talent trees, things like that. So generally Wrath of Lich King as far as it goes. So if they want to try and get the private server crowds, then they may need to go all the way up to Wrath. Now there's an issue of that. You are heavily diluting the player base if you do that. You've got to think you're in essence running 4 versions of World of Warcraft. Now, granted, they're going to turn around and say, yeah, but if you've got one subscription, you have a character on all of them, and then you're going to have people saying, yeah, but I've got a character. Does that mean that if I play Classic and I have a level 60 character, when TBC comes out and you have it as a completely separate game, on a completely separate server, does that mean that I can copy my level 60 character into TBC? Don't know, but I would imagine it would have to work like that, because or are you going to start on TBC and it's a completely new... Anyway, see, this is the problem. You get drawn into this, and this isn't even something we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on the fact that we finally have got World of Warcraft Classic. And I say we, that's unfair. I was never one of those people that was out there campaigning for this. I'm a WoW retail player, and I always will be. I have very much enjoyed the dalliances that I've had. I haven't been able to play as much as I'd want. But I think what we need to look at is just ease back on this mentality that it's done and dusted. Brush your hands off and move on, because I think a lot of people will be disheartened with that, and you shouldn't be. Think of World of Warcraft as an immersive. Oh, people are going to scream at me for this. What, I don't mean it the way it's going to sound, but a single player experience. Almost just go your own pace, do your own thing. Interact, of course, with the people around you. Of course, that was one of the beauties of Classic, is that you had to talk to these people. You had to say, yo, what up? Do you want to do a party? Do you want to do Rage Fire Chasms? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And you join a guild. Do all of that kind of thing. But what I mean by taking the single player experience is just blinker out anything that's going on. When you got streamers going, oh, level 60, Bosh, smashing it. Gonna be at least level, 58 tonight, and you're still level 5. Don't worry about it. The WoW Classic experience was never about smashing it, and it's always something I've watched the world first, but I watched it in kind of like a car crash horror, because it was from a lot of people that desperately wanted to play WoW Classic. And I thought, but this is not the spirit of what vanilla was. You all wanted the game that was, in some respects harder. As in more of a grind. It wasn't mechanics. Anybody that ever tells you that mechanics that we had in Classic, or vanilla, sorry, was as hard as the stuff you'll get now, is just deluded. It's just crazy talk. But there is more of an investment of time, and the smaller things mean more. You'll get as much satisfaction from surviving, accidentally, body pulling 3 mobs and having to fight them down, and maybe, CC one and deal with another, and I don't know, suddenly another player comes and joins you and helps you out, and those experiences are more rewarding that you survived it and you banned yourself at the end of it than, doing any amount of islands or whatever or war fronts in current WoW. So now the streamers are done, they're happy, they're level 60, and they're They've killed all the raid bosses and everything else, and they're waiting for the next phase and talking about TBC and whatever else. Now us mere mortals get to relax, chill, play the game at our own pace, and truly enjoy this rare experience of a immersive MMORPG. Have a great one, everyone. I'll catch you all tomorrow.